Good morning, everyone. It's January 1st, 2018. The worst is yet to come this year. And of course, it does say next year, but we're now in 2019, huh? Alright, so in 2018, we brought a lot of events, didn't it? Well, in 2017, we said that, or I said that 2018 would be a much worse year than 2017, and it turns out that was the case. In part, anyway. Let's get started. This is, excuse me, hiccups. This is from Michael Schneider. When talking heads on mainstream news networks are using phrases such as "the worst is yet to come next year," that is a clear indication that a new financial crisis has arrived. And that is an extremely bold statement to make, considering that this is already the worst quarter for the stock market in 10 years. This is the worst December for stock prices since 1931. And we just experienced the worst Christmas Eve that Wall Street has ever seen. And, by the way, Christmas sales were horrible. And the result is going to be many, many layoffs. So when Mark Jolly made the following statement during a recent guest appearance on CNBC, it definitely raised some eyebrows. In quotes, "I would love to be more optimistic, but I just don't see too many positives out there. I think the worst is yet to come next year. We're still in the first half of a global equity bear market with more to come next year." Mark Jolly, global strategist at CCB International Securities. At this point last year, nobody on Wall Street was talking like this. In fact, nobody was talking like this even 4 or 5 months ago. But after 3 extremely painful months, the outlook has completely changed, and a lot of market participants are really starting to freak out. And this is not just happening in the United States. The truth is that most markets around the world started to fall well before U.S. markets did. And at this point, almost all of the big global indexes are in a bear market. Bear markets, typically defined as 20% or more off a recent peak, are threatening investors worldwide. In the U.S., the Nasdaq Composite closed in a bear market on Friday, and the S&P 500 entered one on Monday. Globally, Germany's DAX, China's Shanghai Composite, and Japan's Nikkei have also entered bear market levels. This is the first global bear market that we have seen in a decade, and if central banks are going to try to stop the bleeding, they will need to move very quickly. But the Federal Reserve has already indicated that they do not plan to intervene. In fact, they just told everyone that they plan to keep raising interest rates. That is completely insane, but since they aren't accountable to us, they can literally do whatever they want. So, if the central banks don't step in, who's going to come riding to the rescue? Nobody. Individual national governments could try to stimulate economic activity by spending more money, but most of them are already drowning in debt. Just look at the mess that the U.S. government has created. Since the beginning of the last financial crisis, we have been adding more than $1 trillion a year to the national debt. And over the last 12 months, our debt problems have actually accelerated. Between December 25th, 2017 and December 25th, 2018, we added almost $1.4 trillion to the national debt. The following comes from CNS News. The federal government has added another $1.4 trillion to the debt since last December, according to numbers published by the U.S. Treasury. On December 25th, 2017, the federal debt was $20.5 trillion, according to the Treasury. According to the latest numbers published by the Treasury, which shows where the debt stood on December 20th, 2018, the federal debt was 21 or closer to $22 trillion. So the reality of the matter is that there is simply no room for more stimulus spending, because we have already been spending money like drunken sailors that think they are likely to die tomorrow. Right now, the government is shut down as President Trump and Chuck Schumer square off over $5 billion in border wall funding, but nobody on Capitol Hill is even talking much about the $1.37 trillion that we just added to the national debt. And that is really what everybody should be talking about. We are literally committing national suicide. No matter what happens with the border wall funding, the U.S. will continue to steamroll towards financial oblivion unless something is done. And of course, what should be done is the capture or the arrest and punishment of all of the United States politicians. All of them. Going back to previous administrations. I mean, look at the mess that governments have made for the people of this world. We've been doing this for over 6,000 years and have not learned a lesson yet. It makes me wonder just how stupid are people? How stupid are the American people? Anyway, hope everyone has a great day. Till next time, kill the state, live free.